motherfucker. When I catch you, motherfucker, I kill you, motherfucker. You crazy? I don't know the fuck you niggas playing with. I don't play no motherfucking games. I'll fuck you up, motherfucker. Fuck you up.
Fighting enthusiasts, buckle up for an amazing story straight out of the boxing scene as we explore the crucial moment when Tank Davis criticized Floyd Money Mayweather and none other than John Gotti during the latter's news conference. Yes, you did indeed hear that. The fight between Mayweather and Gotti is scheduled for August 24th, but put that one—
an MMA fighter. He's a tough guy. He caught Floyd a couple times, some little shots, but mostly he's just getting boxed up, right? Boxed up by literally the greatest boxer of all time. But he was holding on quite a bit and wouldn't let go and was trying to like hold and clinch and hit, which is something like right here. But he's not letting go. And so Kenny Bayless gets tired of him not listening and not letting go, and he pushes him off and he says, "That's it. I'm stopping this fight. That's it. You won't listen to me. I am calling this fight." So he goes crazy and gets away from Kenny Bayless and just starts wailing punches at Floyd.
But on hold for a moment because we just saw something much more bizarre happen. This is the drama we didn't expect, but let's break it down anyway. Imagine this as a typical press conference. Everyone's hyped about the upcoming fight. Floyd Mayweather is set to face off against John Gotti, a name that's got its own legendary legacy, but more on that later. Everything seems pretty chill at first. Far as with boxing, I've been to the highest you can possibly go and fought some of the best fighters in the history of the sport. Last time I checked, I beat more fighters that's in a Hall of Fame than any fighter in history. And that's truly a blessing. But he's a tough competitor, and I take my hat off to him. He want to run it back. We could run it back twice, 3 times. It is what it is. I was born to be a fighter. I'm going die a fighter at the end of the day. And I heard all from every fighter,
As far as with boxing, I've been to the highest you can possibly go and fought some of the best fighters, in the history of the sport. Last time I checked, I beat more fighters that's in the Hall of Fame than any fighter in history. And that's true. That's truly a blessing. But he's a tough competitor, and I take my hat off to him. You want to run it back? We can run it back twice, 3 times. It is what it is. I was born to be a fighter. I'm gonna die a fighter at the end of the day. And I heard all from every fighter. Every fighter said, "Well, I got a good left hand. I got a good right hand. I got a good hook. I'm gonna apply pressure." My thing is this: I've seen it all. I'm there to entertain. You show up, and I'm gonna show out.
Fighter said, "Well, I got a good left hand, I got a good right hand, and I got a good hook. I'm doing apply pressure. My thing is this: I've seen it all. I'm there to entertain. You show up, and I'm going show up every all right. So far, so good." But then out of nowhere, things took a crazy turn. The moment the supporters realized Davis was inside the structure, they knew an incredible event was about to take place. Tank had previously said that he wouldn't think twice to throw hands if he ever saw Floyd in person, and during this crazy brawl, Tank didn't think twice. Music. Davis has been disparaging Mayweather quite a bit, while John Gotti was simply standing there trying to take in the pandemonium that was occurring all around him. A Tank enters the scene and virtually steals the spotlight during the news conference that was supposed to be all about Floyd versus John. Abruptly alters course and starts bringing up Floyd versus Tank with everyone. That his great moment was eclipsed must have pained John. It's like having your spotlight snatched from under you. Floyd had already faced a respectable opponent in Gotti, and let's just say that the result wasn't what anyone had expected. The fight developed into a full-fledged riot, forcing the judges to rule it a no contest. They had to play the video again for the rematch since it became so viral once it genuinely became viral on the internet. However, you may be asking yourself, what really happened in there?
John a rematch. He's a man of his word. He's an honorable man. But I think he made a big mistake. John takes retests better than anybody else I've ever seen. And I think the fighter you're going to see enter the ring on August 24th is going to blow your minds. That's what I believe. I believe he's going to shock the world and blow your minds. That's what I believe. And watching John mature as a baby, and again, I was adverse to John being a fighter. I've never wanted my son to pursue this career. I never did. I never did. He came to me when I first had come home, and it said, I was away for a while, and it said to me, hey, Dad, I want to explore being an MMA fighter. And I says, I just handed him my credit card. And I says, go sign up for a gym, Belmore Kickboxing in Long Island. I said, go ahead, knock yourself out. I didn't even pay attention to it. And 2 months later, he comes to me and says, Dad, how many tickets you want for my fight? And I says, fight? What fight? He says, no, I got a fight coming up. I'm really excited about this fight. I says, John, what do you have to fight for? He said, well, that's the whole idea of what I'm doing. I says, no, I thought you were just going to train, something for you to do, keep yourself occupied. This is back in 2014. And he says, no, I got this fight. It's out in Smithtown, Long Island. I said, all right, give me 50 tickets and we'll be there. I take 50 guys, we go to the fight. And I'm saying, it's amateur. What could it be? I fought amateurs when I was in military academy as a kid. Your headgear, these big pillowy gloves. So you think your kid's safe. It's productive for him. Well, when I get there, to my surprise, the kid that John is fighting is a particular kid that nobody else wanted to fight. Okay? And only 3 months earlier, he had knocked John's trainer out in 37 seconds. So I says, this kid's got his grandfather's balls, but he certainly doesn't have his grandfather's brains. Because this is ridiculous. He's never had a fight before, and here he is now. He's going to have his first MMA fight against a kid. His name is Henry Mills, 6'3", one of the top kickboxing prospects in Long Island. He can eat an apple for John's head. And he's about to fight this kid, and I'm sick to my stomach. I said, I got snookered here. I got completely snookered here. How this happened is beyond me.
Rogan dissected everything, so make sure not to miss it. Even at 46 years old, he remains the best boxer of all time, and this young man is incredibly tough. He briefly caught Floyd, but for the most part, the greatest boxer of all time was just boxing him up. He was trying to hold, clinch, and hit, which is what's happening at the moment, but he was holding on for a while and wouldn't let go. When he doesn't listen, Kenny Biss pushes him away and declares, "That's it, I'm calling this fight." Following that, he loses it and begins punching, applause, Floyd and fleeing from Kenny Biss. It was clear that Gotti was not finished with Floyd, and he was coming back to get even. But he is not the only one who wants to hurt Floyd. There are others who also intend to exact revenge on him. Tank Davis himself stated that this battle will take place in September, thus fortunately for boxing fans worldwide, that historic fight will take place sooner rather than later. Yes, you read correctly. Boxing fans will be able to watch you contest for many more years thanks to the new 7-fight pact. Regarding those 7 names, what kind of names are we talking about? Anyone you identify may be involved. Could you confirm that we should proceed with this if I mention a few fighters? Devin Haney, Issa Cruz, and Ryan Garcia are all right, but I've already beaten 2 of them. Errol Spence is no longer in the ring. Floyd Mighty, in fact, TF Lopez, September and November.
From day one, we had a game plan, and my game plan was to help him become world champion and take things to that next level. And I've always been there for him. And just over the years, you can see I've always been positive, always said great things about him, always pushed him to be great. And but over the years, it's constantly going on the internet, take a shot at Floyd, take a shot at Floyd, take a shot at Floyd, constantly be disrespectful, constantly be disrespectful. When all I ever been was respectful to try to help this fighter go as far as he could possibly go.
The video for today is now complete. Which one of those individuals do you believe will be the most difficult opponent for you? Floyd Mayweather, please remember to like, subscribe, and ring the bell symbol if you enjoyed it so that you never miss our upcoming films. You can also share your thoughts in the space provided for comments. We hope to see you in the upcoming video, so stay tuned.